In today's video, I'm sharing another batch of insanely useful Canva tips and tricks to help you become a better designer and make your workflow super smooth. Ready? Let's do this. Hi Malafi people, it's Natalia and welcome back to my channel where I help you create better content and grow on social media. Backed by popular demand, I've got another Canva tutorial for you filled with 10 brand new Canva tips and tricks you probably didn't know about. Some of the tips I'll share are available for free and some with Canva Pro. If I helped you find a tip that you liked, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what it is. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to get even better at Canva and create more engaging content. Without further ado, let's jump to tip number 1, Bold the Unboldable. Do you know these fonts that you'd like to make bold, but they just don't have the option? Well, I've got good news for you. There is a workaround. To do this, just find a font that you want to make bold but can't, then go to Effects and then choose Outline and simply use the same color as the font. From here, it will create a stroke effect, making your text just a little bit thicker. Now, remember to not go too heavy on this since it will affect the balance of the fonts. Moreover, some of the more narrow fonts, this method just won't work for. A good example would be something like Knockout Flyweight, which is quite a narrow font. I can probably bring it to something around, let me just check, something around maybe 20-ish, maybe 15 with those sets of letters. But if I go any further, the shapes just start fading away. Of course, this method works for those boldable fonts that you just want to make a little bit thicker. But before you do use this method, always double check if there are other weights available since it would have been designed for that purpose and will look much, much better. Tip number 2, multi-copy style. We all know and love this little paintbrush right here to copy and apply formatting or style as you'd call it within Canva. But what if you've got multiple elements that you want to change at once? It's so annoying to go to the paintbrush every single time and then apply the style and then go back, copy. It's just too much clicking. If that's you, you might have been using the tool wrong this whole time. Not only can you select multiple elements to copy the style from, but you can also drag this paintbrush over your elements and text boxes to apply that formatting to all of them at once. Canva will figure out all of the technicalities for you. It will recognize the elements where there are elements. It will understand that there are differences between the text boxes. Everything is just getting sorted for you. You can see here that it understood that this graphic element right here corresponds to this one. There is also this little element underneath, and it actually changed the opacity for it. So just like on the original, it understood everything correctly. Try it out for yourself. It's so useful. Tip number 3, instant color palette. You know how you can use your brand kit to apply any of your colors instantly to any template from the library if you have Canva Pro? It's such a neat feature, but what if you're a free user and don't plan on upgrading anytime soon? Well, there is a solution for you too. Simply upload a file with your color palette, pop it onto your design, right click, and at the very bottom, you can click Apply Colors to Page. This will instantly apply the palette to the page, making your design on brand and cohesive. Of course, you may not land on the perfect combo straight away, so you can just keep clicking to shuffle. So just find the right option for you this way and problem solved. Tip number 4, instant logo colors. Speaking of your brand color palettes, you can pull the colors from your logo instantly when uploading it to your brand kit. Not only is it a big time saver for you where you don't have to kind of manually enter the hex codes into Canva, but it's also a fantastic option for those of you who haven't really identified your color palette yet. Even if it doesn't quite hit right, you'll be much closer than if you were to start from scratch. Mind you, this will only work with multi-shade logos. To do this, simply create a new brand kit and upload your logo. There's no need to click anything after that. It will be done automatically once the file is up. For those of you who already have brand kits set up with your logo files but still want to try this tip, you can just click the 3 dots right next to your logo and hit Get Logo Colors, and there you have it. A little extra trick from me here: if you can't be bothered uploading your palette individually to your brand kit, hex code by hex code, upload a palette file with no additional colors. So I will just upload something like this again. And from here, it will do the exact same thing for you and it will just pull those colors. Just a little time saver tip. If you want to try Canva Pro for free for 45 days, head on over to the description box and claim it now. As a Canva verified expert, I can offer you 6 whole weeks instead of the standard 4, which gives you more time to check out the awesome features and see if they're right for you. So check out the link below. Tip number 5, apply colors from elements. Staying on the subject of colors, there's another neat trick that you can use to apply colors instantly. If you find an element that inspires you in terms of the palette and you want to create a design to go with it, you can simply add the elements and pull the colors from this element too. To do this, add the inspiring element to your design, right-click, and again, apply colors to page. You can shuffle for more color schemes again, but it's as simple as that. I've noticed that it tends to work with only non-vector elements, meaning the ones that you cannot choose the colors for. So you see that there is not an option to do this in here. As you can see with this element that is a vector, you cannot really do it. But wait. What if you find the perfect photo that just stirs something creative within you? Same thing. Add it to the canvas, right-click and hit apply colors to page, and voila, a perfectly matching template. I love this option so much. Tip number 6, logos at your fingertips. If you're an educator of any kind, you may be sharing some of your favorite tools with your audience from time to time. This means you'll need access to good quality, transparent logos to use within your designs. For example, my absolute favorite tool is Notion, where I manage and create all of my content. I deal with my day-to-day business operations and even plan my personal life. That's why I proudly talk about it often and of course share it on my socials. Instead of Googling to find the correct logo with a transparent background, I can just do it from within Canva. To do this, go to apps in the left panel in here and search for Brand Fetch. It's a free app within Canva that stores a multitude of well-known brand assets. I can just go to search for Notion, and there I have it, a few different logo varieties that I can fit right within my design like this. But wait, Brand Fetch also holds other assets like colors or even images. It's a great option when you're working with brands and need good quality logos straight from within Canva, or if you do something like tech reviews. Tip number 7, Smartmockups. I talked about Smartmockups a while back, but since Canva acquired them back in 2021, they've been getting better and better to the point that they're now a fully integrated app within the platform. Not only can you use standalone elements like phones or laptops to incorporate within your designs, but you can also visualize your projects within actual photos. This means showcasing your branding work, promoting your offer, showing your merch, and so much more. To do this, go to the apps in the left panel again and search for Mockups, or simply click it here since it's currently trending. Now I can choose from a variety of different categories, from different devices through some home objects and clothing, all the way down to branding. Find an image that you like. I already have one, but I'll show you how easy it is. You can just click to add it to your design. Now all you need to do is to drag the image of your choice on top of it like this, and voila, it's done for you. It looks absolutely stunning. Of course, I've chosen a full image mockup, but this app is fantastic for standalone products too. Whether you create merch and want to have something like a plain hoodie mockup, want something like a mug, or you sell food or supplements, like in this case, you'll find many options within those categories. Now, I've shared the tip about using product display photos in part 2 of my Canva tips and tricks videos. So if you've not been aware of this trick, make sure to watch my whole playlist after this one to find out some more cool Canva hacks like this. I can simply drag a product design on top of my pouch here and then use it within my design, right? So let's copy it and paste it on top of this beautiful product display background. And that's such a neat way to present your products in your online shop, or a great foundation for an actual design. All done within Canva, from the packaging design through the mockup, all the way to the background from the Canva library. Now, if you want to master Canva, make sure you sign up on the waitlist for my upcoming Canva course for beginners. You'll learn how to create beautiful and engaging designs for your social media and business, so you can't miss this one. Tip number 8, brand kits in folders. This one's for all the amazing designers, VAs, or social media managers out there. When juggling multiple clients, it can be tricky to stay organized within Canva and keep the workflow separate for all the different assets that you manage. Luckily, you have a lot more power over their individual brands within Canva. It can create separate brackets for all of your clients like this with all of their crucial assets and then save them to their dedicated folders. To do this, first make sure to create a folder for clients with subfolders for each of them individually. Not only can you move all of their designs and uploads to them, but you can go to the bracket and from the top in here, click Add to Folder. This way you can actually have everything organized and you will keep all of the assets stored neatly for each client. It's especially important when you work within a team because when you add a bracket to a folder, you allow everyone working across the same project to keep designs on brand. People with access to these folders can view this bracket and use it within their designs. When you remove someone from the folder, they immediately lose access. By the way, you can also add a bracket to as many folders as you want. Tip number 9, new creator handles. If you've watched my previous tips and tricks videos, you know I love to keep a stash of my favorite creators and their works to quickly add them to my designs. Well, we now have completely new brand codes for the creators. It's no longer a string of letters and digits, but an actual username, which is much easier to search. Knowing or saving their handle means they can find more similar works to match your design and make it much more cohesive. To find the creator username, select the element, click the eye from the top panel in here, and you can go to view more by. Now, some creators will be a part of a larger collective like Valeria here, but in her case, it's still her collective, so I'm still getting her beautiful photographs in the same vibe that I love. You can browse freely like this, or you can search for something specific like woman, let's say. And from here, you also to be able to narrow the results. So for example, I can just go to filter and hit vertical and I'll only get the verticals. Now from here, I can also copy her handle and I can search from the elements like this, and this will give me a very similar result, but I won't be able to do a further search like I was able to from her profile. So I prefer to use the information icon method to get to her mini profile page. Now there's actually more to this thing. Creators can now build collections that hold graphics from the same batch, icons from the same pack, or photos from the same photo shoot. This is fantastic for those multi-page or multi-image designs where you need more from where it came from. To check if an element is actually a part of a larger collection, go to the eye icon again here at the top, and from here you will be able to see view collection. When it's an individual element, this option won't really be highlighted, so you won't be able to click it. Now each collection has a specific code, so for this one, let's go to view collection because it is a part of a collection, and this code you can actually copy, and if I just reset the elements tab, I will just be able to paste the code, and this will give me this collection only. Super cool. Tip number 10, bulk move. There's no better way to keep your Canva account clutter-free and super organized than using a proper folder structure for all of your designs, images, and other files. But what if you're only now getting around to it and have hundreds, if not thousands of projects to sort? Here's where bulk moving comes into play, and it just got so much better. From the Projects tab on the homepage, go to the Designs tab or the Images tab or the Video tab, whichever one you're tackling first, and start selecting like this. Now from here, you can just drag them into the folders on the left-hand side. It honestly makes your life so much easier when you finally organize your Canva account. By the way, if you want to learn how to do it the right way, I've just recently shared my 5 best tips to make your Canva account super tidy and design much quicker because of it, so make sure you watch it next. And of course, if you want more Canva tips and tricks, I've created a whole new playlist for that reason, since we're on part 5 now. So crazy. Anyways, make sure to subscribe for more Canva and content creation tips and hit that like button if you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you next time.